FCC Abuja staff's headquarters and states protest against renewing chairman's appointment. Tension surged at the Federal Character Commission (FCC) headquarters in Abuja as staff members from both the head office and various state branches staged a coordinated protest opposing the renewal of the outgoing chairman's appointment on Thursday, June 26, 2024 in protest, calling for the attention of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu not to renew the outgoing chairman of Federal Character Commission Dr. Muheeba Dankaka. The protesters cited the collapse of leadership and alleged mismanagement within the commission as reasons for their demand. The staff members expressed frustration over what they described as a lack of effective leadership and poor working conditions under Dankaka's tenure.
Mr. President, we want you to come to our head in Federal Character Commission. Muheeba, since 2020 that she came on board to Federal Character, it has been a disaster. It has been a disaster. We have been crying. As I talk to you, the entire commission, there is no working material. There is no paper. There is no water. There is no security. All our state offices, they have been rendered redundant. All our state offices have been shut down.
Since 2023, we have gone for a promotion exam, but right now we have not even gotten the promotion areas. And there is no even news of us getting the promotion areas. This commission must change, and we stand by our words. This federal character is not your household. It's not your own family business. This one is a federal government establishment. We are tired with the attitude of the outgoing executive chairman of the commission, Farida Dankaka, whose tenure has elapsed.
We are tired of paying support staff from our salary.
No second term for Dankaka.
FCC, equity. FCC, fairness. FCC,
They have not been sending running costs. Nothing is happening. Even our contract staff have not been paid for 10 good months. Exactly. Nothing is happening. If you look around, you find out that even our contract staff, they are no longer here because there is no way they can feed. There is no way they can take care of themselves.
No to second term. Since she was appointed as the chairman of Federal Character Commission,
yes,
the staff was our security guard have not been paid for almost 16 months.
Yes.
We don't have impress.
Yes.
We don't have cleaner.
Yes.
Look at the environment we are living.
Yes.
There's no working material. There's no utility vehicle.
This is Kogi State Office. See, there is no roof anymore. There is no roof. Can you see? We have been complaining for the past 5 years, no electricity, no access. We have been complaining, writing letter, writing report all the time in respect to this building, but no response.
Let her go back to where she came from. In all ramifications, we all reject her. From us in the state office, we said no to the return of Dankaka.
We say no.
Bye-bye to Rada Rada.
Bye-bye to Dankaka.
Bye-bye to nonsense.
We say no to Dankaka.
They urged the federal government to intervene and sack the chairman to restore order and functionality to the commission. The protest highlights the internal challenges facing the FCC, an agency responsible for ensuring the implementation of the federal character principle in appointments and promotions within the federal civil service. Less than 24 hours to the end of her tenure as executive chairman of the Federal Character Commission (FCC), loyalists of Dr. Muheeba Farida Dankaka reportedly mobilized thugs to stage a counter-protest against staff members who had earlier demonstrated over her 5-year leadership. The workers' representatives appealed for urgent intervention from the Secretary to the government of the Federation, alleging that Dankaka is making desperate efforts to return to office through bribery. Allegations are rife that she has paid the sum of N$500 million, and this money will be shared among all the offices for her reappointment, the workers' representative stated in a letter dated June 26, 2025. However, on Friday morning, thugs mobilized to the commission's headquarters on a solidarity protest in support of Dankaka. A staff member of the commission expressed concerns that the situation could have escalated out of control, if not for the prompt response of the police.
Despite all the challenges, I send my commissioners appreciation for your orderliness and for your peaceful protest also.
Neglect of state offices under Dr. Dankaka's tenure. Over the past 5 years of leadership under Dr. Muheeba Farida Dankaka, the Federal Character Commission (FCC) has witnessed significant challenges in facility management, particularly at the state office level. Despite the Commission's national mandate, many state offices have been left untouched, with no meaningful renovations, upgrades, or maintenance efforts during her tenure. Field reports and staff testimonies from across the country highlight issues such as dilapidated buildings and deteriorating infrastructure, lack of basic office equipment and connectivity, poor working conditions impacting productivity and morale, limited visibility and engagement in communities due to neglected facilities. This ongoing neglect not only hampers the effectiveness of state-level operations, but also raises concerns about institutional commitment to fairness and accessibility across all regions. Stakeholders are now calling for renewed attention, structural reform, and a leadership approach that prioritizes inclusive development and equitable resource allocation nationwide.
5 years oppression. You can see the flag. This is a true reflection of what our life has been for 5 years. Look at the flag. Even the Nigerian flag was not respected. So this is a reflection of what our life has been like. We as staff, we don't even know what we're coming here to do every day. All the jobs we're supposed to do are being given to consultants.
As I talk to you, the entire commission, there's no working material. There is no paper. There is no water. There's no security. All our state offices, they'll be rendered redundant.
She has rarely achieved anything. She has victimized so many people. 90% of the staff are not working. She has outsourced the work.
She's been to the National Assembly where she accused us of selling slots. The National Assembly found out she was the one selling slot through Kolo. She come to among the commissioners. She's been fighting the commissioners, no peace. We have kept and endured her for 5 years. And at this point, we have to speak out. She has demoted of a lot of our staff. She's hindering the civil service. The public service rules she's not following. All files are under our table. How can you be working in an office? You're the one repairing the AC. You're the one buying papers to print. You're the one photocopying with your own money. You're the one repairing your office doors. There are no toilets. Look at our block C. There are no toilets. The staff have to move to other offices to go to toilet.
What we know and want to do in Federal Character for 5 years is to collect slots from MDAs. This woman will negotiate for the slot. She'll be the one to collect the slot.
When she was appointed, we are jubilating that first time that a woman will be appointed in the commission. So we are looking at mother figure. But immediately she assumed office, she restricted staff to go to 5th floor. You cannot even go there. Every claim of staff, like upgrading, like promotion, everything that concerns staff, once you write it to her table, she will not attend to it. She will tell you event has overtaken it.
I beg, now maybe security for this office. So I beg that woman never pay me. This mama never pay me. I beg. 1 year never pay me money. I beg, make it pay me now.
Madam Dankaka, you are an evil woman. You are gone. You owe me salary 1 year, 2 months. I never see any kobo. As you are gone, I pray to God to give you a heavy sickness, which you will take that my money and your own money. Yet, it will not finish. That is my prayer.
The workers listed some of her actions that caused the sorry state of the Commission as 1. Taking away of over 22 vehicles of the Commission, including the one retrieved from the just-retired overseer of the office, the Secretary to the Commission. 2. Indebtedness of electricity bills to AEDC, leading to the Commission's light disconnected often. 3. Refusal to follow approved financial regulations, leading to several investigations in the past and currently ongoing at ICPC, FCC, and the NASS. 4. Indiscriminate recruitment and appointment of new staff into the service of the Commission. 5. 2023, 2024 and 2025 promotion, upgrading, conversion not in accordance to lay rules and public service rules. 6. Refusal to pay retirees/deceased staff benefits and repatriation allowances, especially those not in her good books. 7. Posting of staff without payment of transfer allowances and other entitlements. 8. Non-training of staff since her assumption of office in 2020. 9. Suspension of salaries of staff on approved study leave without following due process and laid down rules and regulations. 10. Stoppage of salaries of 20 staff without due process on the ground that they were not audited during staff audit conducted in between December 2024 and March 2025. 11. Blatant refusal to allow the overseer, AG, secretary to the commission, despite the instruction via a letter from the Office of the Secretary to Government of the Federation. 12. Most times there is no water in the commission and staff and cleaners have to go out to get from close by plaza. This makes the office complex to be always smelling, unhealthy and unconducive for work environment. 13. No working materials as common as office stationery, printing toners, pens, etc. 14. Collapsing of Constitutional Committee structures on which the main activities of the Commission runs for effective and efficient operation of the Commission. 15. Unrelenting fight with Governing Board addition to the issue of insecurity currently plugging the nation. Reappointing Dankaka will further exacerbate this situation. FCC commends President Tinubu's intervention. Urges full investigation into alleged corruption. Abuja, Tuesday, July 1, 2024. The leadership and staff of the Federal Character Commission, FCC, extend heartfelt appreciation to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his prompt and principled response to the recent protests staged at the Commission's headquarters and across state offices. Kayode Aladil appointed acting chairman of Federal Character Commission. In a significant development that has been met with widespread commendation, Honorable Kayode Aladil, the distinguished federal commissioner representing Ogun State at the Federal Character Commission, FCC, has been appointed as the acting chairman of the commission. Honorable Aladil's elevation to this critical national role marks a pivotal moment for both Ogun State and Nigeria at large, as he brings to the position a legacy of principled leadership, unwavering dedication to equity, and a deep understanding of constitutional governance. A seasoned legal practitioner, human rights advocate, and former chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Financial Crimes, Honorable Aladil has consistently distinguished himself as a man of vision, integrity, and accountability. His track record in public service, marked by diligence, intellectual depth, and patriotism, makes him eminently qualified to steer the affairs of the Commission. In light of the serious concerns raised during the protest, particularly surrounding allegations of mismanagement, neglect of state offices, and corruption during the outgoing chairman's tenure, the Commission is respectfully urging the federal government to initiate a thorough
I am glad to stand before you today to say that our action in the last 3 days has made great difference in the life of our dear Commission because of our voices, has been heard, and I believe that our Father, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, GCFR, is not only going to deny her second tenure, but will constitute an investigation panel to investigate the administration of Dr. Dankaka 5 years in office and prosecute her if found wanting.
The FCC stands united in its dedication to reform, inclusivity, and merit-based governance, and looks forward to working closely with the administration to build a more credible and equitable future for all Nigerians. You're watching DankakaFor TV.